This is a quick video on how to make a results table for your summative. If you've got the app, use the desktop app. If you've not, you'll have to do slight variations. You're going to have a set of results that are your trial 1, 2 and 3. So give it a heading, trial. And then you're going to do the resting heart rate. You're going to do the post-workout, the 0 minutes heart rate. Then you do 2 minutes. So 2, 4. If you want to speed this process up, just copy them, drag the corner, and it'll go until you get to where you want to go. If you realize, like me, that you need a box above, just select the whole row, right-click, and then do insert, and it'll pop one above for you. And then you select these, all of these boxes, because they're all telling you heart rate. You do this little symbol here, the double arrow one, merge and center, and then you can write heart rate. We don't write the beats per minute in every box. We put it at the top in brackets so that everything underneath is there. Then your resting heart rate, let's say your resting heart rate is 60, then after exercise you go up to 120, and then you just keep coming down, 118, let's say you're on 110, 107, 100, and you keep coming down. Then again, you can just put all your results in, and I'm just going to make mine look slightly different. I'm going to say it's that one plus 2, just, what? Oh, plus 2. Then I'm just going to pop that across. This is me just making up results really quick. That one minus 4, let's say. This is your results table. Yeah? For your process data, you're then going to have to find averages. You're going to find averages of each column like this. So I'm going to pop it on here. I'm actually just going to do one big table that is both raw and processed. Your average, if you're using Excel, you can say this is going to equal the average, and then open brackets, of these 3, close brackets, and it'll do it for you. And then if you click on the cell, and in the corner, if you double click, oh, it should drag it across. Or if you drag the thing across, it'll drag the formula across. There's your averages. Yeah? Then you're going to plot a graph of it. So you're going to select the data. You're going to go to insert, and then you've got to pick the right graph. Normally, it's this, what we call XY scatter, normally does it for you. There's your graph. Then you're going to add chart elements. You need the axes need titles. So you're going to add the axes titles. And you might want a trend line. The trouble with trend line is it's much harder. So you might, moving average will probably give you a good trend line, or you might have to just do it manually. The other option is instead of doing this type of graph, you can select the data, and instead of the XY scatter, you could put one of these line graphs in like this, spark line type graph. Same idea, add chart element, add the titles, and there we have it. That is your graph. If you're not going to do averages, the alternative way of doing it, which is not as good, obviously we need to give the title, you need to change the title to whatever the title is. You can change the color scheme, etc. Like if you click on it, it even gives you some ideas. Like, I want it to look like that. If you don't want to do the average one, for a slightly lower grade, you can just insert and do separate lines for all of them, and it will look something like that. It might be nice to do both. You could have all 3 lines plotted on one, or the average. What you could also do is you could make a zeroed graph. So if you take this, the heart rate is 60 at the start. So if you said this is going to equal that minus 60, we can zero it, and then we're going to pull it across because it's always going to be minus 60. And we get a zeroed line. If you highlight that and do an insert spark line, you get one where instead of having the resting heart rate at the bottom, halfway up here, and all your data is stuck up the top of the graph, you actually end up with a graph like that. But that's definitely a much harder one. So that is how you make your graph. Then what you can do is simply copy paste them in. This table you can copy paste and put it in your results table, into your work, sorry.